Good morning and welcome to the first of two videos where I talk to you about some of the ways, processes, procedures to editing the Professional Wrestling Studies Association journal. In this first video, we'll talk about some key definitions and terms that I'll then pepper into the second video. The Professional Wrestling Studies Association Journal is a publication that, as of 2025, comes out once a year. It collects the best work in writing reflective of the community of the Professional Wrestling Studies Association, and that community is wide and large. It includes academics that are the backbone of the organization. It includes professionals who sometimes have academic background or interests, sometimes just have the expertise of lived experience and professional knowledge. And it makes space for some of the creative works of some of our members in the association. Hidden in the annals of the association are several novelists, poets, and others. The journal, therefore, includes multiple kinds of writing. It can include scholarly pieces, and those scholarly pieces can come from a kind of critical or humanistic perspective. Often those kinds of pieces come from people trained in popular culture studies, communication studies, English, theater, film. It also includes several pieces that come from a social scientific perspective, often from, for example, the sociology of sport. Communication also has a significant wing of folks who do social scientific research. The genres it will publish include the scholarly article, but also we have space in the journal to publish critical reflections, interviews, essays. I think there's a reasonable space for a limited amount of creative writing in the journal, so long as the overarching goal is to contribute to our knowledge of professional wrestling as an industry, as a form of entertainment, as a cultural phenomenon, as a reflection of our times. The journal can also include book reviews, and book reviews can address current writing specifically from the Professional Wrestling Studies Association perspective. It can address writings that speak to professional wrestling studies from outside our little subfield of the world. Think of cultural history books, popular history books. It's a pretty broad remit to work with this journal. The architecture that makes the journal work is complicated. The first and foremost, there are editors. The editors bring their own expertise and interests to the journal. While we want a long consistency with the journal, it should also be clear whenever someone picks it up that the editor brings it a flavor, a vision, a direction. As we take on a new editor, one of the questions we hope you'll ask yourself is, how will I make my mark on the history and tradition of this journal? There should be an editorial board, a group of people often composed of past leaders of the Professional Wrestling Studies Association who can serve as mentors, advisors, people who are supportive of the journal and share your desire, if you're the new editor, to bring it success. Lastly, well, not lastly, but almost lastly, there are the peer reviewers. These are the people who help you assess the quality of a submission to the journal to identify whether it belongs, whether it makes a genuine contribution to our knowledge of wrestling as an industry, as a performance, as a cultural phenomenon in all the ways I've talked about already. And then most importantly, there are the writers. Some of those writers will come to you with a desire to be published in the pages of our august community. Some of those writers may be writers you solicit as part of your goal in making a mark on the journal. It should be fun. It should be stressful once a year as you're cramming to pull the journal together. but it should be fun to know that you're making something, that you are assembling something with a significant readership. We get hits from lots of unusual places. Members of the association clearly read the journal, but it's also clear to me that people outside the association, popular journalists, especially, find it and use it as a resource to come up with leads for future work. The Professional Wrestling Studies Association is potentially unique among scholarly societies in that it has a journal that amplifies its voice, not just within academia, but outside the university. A new editor to this journal is someone we're grateful for, and we're hopeful to experience what you bring to this enterprise.